Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. We're continuing the birthday celebrations for RAM Tough with a video featuring 5 of his M44 games. And we're starting off with an encounter game on Halluf. Game on. Well, you can see he's got one mark of excellence on the barrel of this M44, and it's got the name Devastator on the side and the stars and stripes. Now he's going to go off to a position up in the heights overlooking the east side of the map, because he's going to be trying to shoot at the cap area and the opposite side of the cap area to get the enemy if he needs to get a reset. Well, an enemy tank's been spotted. He fires a snapshot at an AMX 12 ton, gets a stun. Another enemy tank, T-3485M's been spotted. Now unfortunately we don't know the reload time for his M44, but I suspect it's going to be around 16 seconds because he does use a rammer, but he's not using premium consumables. Okay, M4 rounds out, lands short, but the M4 does take some damage. The standard reload for the M44 is 19.08 seconds, but you can get it down to 15 if you use the innovative rammer, good crew, premium consumables. And if you don't use premium consumables, as Ram's not using in this one, then in fact he's not even using a repair kit, which is a bit surprising. Then of course he might be around the 16-17 second mark. I think it's probably 17 seconds. Okay, stun the T-3485M. And you can see it was a little easier to hit enemy tanks back then because they've actually changed the terrain just a tad to enable you to actually spot the enemy and get shots over it. Somebody set that T-3485 alight, and it looks to me like, oh, well, he's now one shot. Ram's indicating him. Almost loaded. Should be able to take him out with one shot. Rounds out. Yep, got him. That's his first kill. Now it's an encounter battle, so it takes twice as long to cap out. But it's all about the cap area really, and it's not just about killing all the enemy. Okay, Type T-34, the Chinese version. Tier 5, rounds out. Direct hit, 178. Now you can't hide down there all battle. He is firing, but he's in a terrible position to be in, and he's out the game. Now the enemy has actually pushed a lot of our guys back, and that Matilda, the Rams actually platoon with, has just gone down. But he just got another kill. He took out a Covenanter. Okay, go for the Striv M4257, but he's dead. So we are up on the enemy. 2 tanks up at the moment. This battle looks like it's going to be over fairly quickly. Tracked him. Managed to get 82 hit points. He's been tracked again. Can't repair his tracks this time. Ram's going to lay around onto him. Working out where he's going. Rounds out. Tracks him again. He's going to be staying there for a little while now. Well, a long while, because he's probably going to be a wreck any second. Come on, Ram. Oh, and he goes down just before Ram fires, so he didn't waste the shell there. AMX 12 ton, that's the one he stunned. Dialing in. He didn't fully dial in, but he did get a near miss. So he's got some damage on him. There's only 4 enemies left. 2 tanks, 2 Arty. He should be able to get that AMX 12 ton if he goes near the cap area. Lost sight of him. I think most of our tanks, well, we've only got 1 tank in the cap area, the Striv M42, and I'm pretty sure that AMX 12 ton is going to try and get a reset on him. So what you do in this circumstance is pre-aim where you think the AMX 12 ton is going to get his reset from. So he's probably going to come up behind that Striv, So Ram is looking on the wrong side, actually. He should be looking over here. The Striv has actually gone round the other side himself, so maybe Ram was right. And the AMX did take a hit. And he didn't get the reset, but he will now. And he did. So Ram was right, I was wrong there, because he did go to the right spot. Rounds out and misses snapshot. But the Striv finishes him off, which means now there's only 3 enemies left. An M3 Lee, an SU-8 and an M37. Now, looks to me like Ram's going to be running straight to the cap. It's going to sit in the cap and force the enemy to come to him. Yep, Churchill's headed there as well. Both of the platoon mates he actually platooned with, the AMX 1200 and the Matilda, died during the battle. It's fast and furious. Okay, now this is interesting. He's going up the hill to the top. Well, I suppose it means you could actually shoot from the top. You also make yourself fairly visible. If the M3 manages to spot you, then the Arty's going to get a chance. But no, he's not going the whole way up. And there's one of the enemy tanks. It's the M37, and the M3 Lee is an AFK. He's still at the spawn point. Ram's trying to dial in on the M3. Can't from up there. It's the angle's wrong. Okay, so he's going to go up to the top. That's better. You can do it from there. Okay, where's the... Oh, well, the M3 Lee's been taken out. So there's only the M37 left. He's in the village. The thing is, if you're actually on this slope, it's very difficult to get taken out by enemy strike because it's a very narrow aim in order to get the shell to go down the slope. Virtually impossible, actually. I've tried it many times. It's very, very difficult. Okay, well, the SU-8's been spotted and he's basically in Ram Tuff's counterpart place, right at the as far south as he could get to get a reset. And he didn't hit Ram there, but I think he was just guessing where Ram was. The M37's been spotted again. He's trying to get a solution. He can do it. Oh! Now, did you notice that? The enemy Arty's actually aiming the other side. So actually being up on top here is working to his advantage. Because the enemy Arty's firing in the wrong direction. Ram's trying to get a solution on the M37. Ram's out. Knocks the building down. And the Churchill gets the kill. No, it's the Wolverine gets the kill. There's only the SU-8 left. I think he's doing the right thing, actually. Stay on the slope, and the SU-8's probably going to aim behind you. Okay, so he's trying to get a solution. There he is. Dialing in. It looks good. Rounds out. Yes! Last kill. He backed into it. Okay, that's the first replay. Let's have a look at the second one. And the second replay is on Fiery Salient. Yes, some of you may not have seen this map before like this. Obviously, many of you would have thought it was Prokhorovka. You'd be wrong. It's not Prokhorovka, it's Fiery Salient. It's the form of the battle after, where the battlefield looked like after the battle. Sorry. Struggling to get up that slope. There's wreck tanks all over the place. Fires. Yeah. It's basically the same map, but it's different. Oh, struggling up that slope. You can see the enemy Arty is trying to attack where we were, because I heard a shell explode the other side of the railway line. Now it is Fiery Salient encounter, which means obviously it's all about the cap in the centre of the map. And the rest of the team have come over this side of the railway line to get up here. And Ram is going to fire from behind this bush, which gives him access to the hill as well as to the cap area. I would think that at least one or two of the enemy, more than likely, will. There's only 3 enemy Arty. At least one of them will probably try to come over the railway line as well and shoot from this side to avoid being counter-batteried. It'd be very strange if they didn't do that. Cromwell's seen in the cap. He's trying to dial in, and you can see it's a lot more open back then. Rounds out, direct hit. Only 2 resets, or 2 points on reset. Cromwell's doesn't really stand a chance. He's capped too early, really, to be honest. Ram's loaded. Good one. He's tracked the Cromwell, and the Cromwell's dead. KV1. Now he's trying to hide behind the houses, but again, back then there was fewer houses, so it was much easier to get shots on the enemy targets. And yep, it's got another reduction in the cap points. Another reset. He's marked the ground to say where that guy is, but he may have moved. Rounds out. Oh, he didn't! And he's got a kill this time. Luckily, the team are going up onto the hill. Okay, KV2. Rounds out. He's pulling back, but he does take the hit. Looks like he hit the turret as well. He's checking for his next target. Still going for the KV2. There is a Stug the other side of the railway line. That might be worth it. Oh, well, no, not anymore, because the T-29 just saw him off. Okay, an enemy IS has gone into the cap area. He's fired a snapshot in. It's exploded the other side of the building, but it did get a stun off him. So he's reloading. Okay, now he might have to knock down those buildings to get at him. Rounds out. Yep, the building went down. He's marked the spot where the IS was seen. Oh, AT2. Now, he's the only one who really can do reliable damage to that tank destroyer. Of course, the weak spot on the AT2 is the cupola. Or anywhere on the body if you can smack it with enough HE. And of course, since Wargaming is now nerfing Arty and nerfing HE, it'll be even more difficult to take out the AT2 unless you get an aim shot into the cupola. IS has been spotted. Let's get a reset. Aim behind. That's it. Rounds out. Yep, you got a reset. AT2 is just about to come into the cap. When that clock goes to 2, we know he's inside. He is inside now. Rounds out. Oh, big hit! Good one there. 173 hit points and he's gone. IS is running out of buildings to hide behind. Rounds out. Direct hit, and he went down, which means he got the stun assist off that one as well. The KV2's moved all the way up the hill, and that looks like one of the stock guns on the KV2. It's a tiny barrel. I do think that is the stock gun. And one of the enemy RTs did move away from the back of the map, and he's actually got closer, but I think that might be because he had the stock gun, so he needs to get close to the cap. Another enemy tank's been spotted up on the hill. This time it's an M4. Fired a round in the general direction. Did go near the aims point. There's only 3 enemies left now, so this game is going to be over one way or the other in the next minute or so. There goes the M4. Let's have a quick check. There's the M41, so he did cross the railway line, which is the smart thing to do on this map. Ram's out. Kill. Yes! Second kill for Ram. We've got 3 in the cap. We don't need to because there's only 1 enemy left. It's the T-34. He's been spotted. Ram's lining up a shot on him. Tracking, leading. Rounds out. He changes course. But he is taken out and killed by our 87. So the second game is also a victory. The third battle is on Siegfried Line and we're on a North spawn. Game on. Now this was back in 2017 and Ram was still getting to grips with the M44 and the M12 who you saw in the last battle, in the last video rather, and he was gradually getting better and better at it as he was picking up more information about how to handle these Artys. And you'll see that if you watch all these replays. Now he's aiming just south of the centre line. The map looks slightly different, but it's basically the same. Okay, Churchill 3, Soviet Tier 5. Went long. From this position it's very difficult to get shots into the town accurately. The best position is if either from A1 or from A7 or 8, which you can shoot directly down some of the streets in Siegfried Line, because that opens up some of the roadways to you. Alternatively, if you want to shoot straight down that road right at the front of the town, a position somewhere around about A6 works. Skoda T-24 badly damaged and he's out the game. Ram's looking for a target to hit, but oh, first one he sees T-34, or first one he sees, next one he sees is T-34. Ah, now he's got something he can hit, either the 88. He can definitely hit this T-37. Rounds out. There should be a hit. Yep. He might want to change position to give him better access. That building's actually in the way, so he couldn't hit the T-88. So that's the reason why he didn't pick that target. But he's moving around from one to the next, trying to work out which one he can hit. No, it's got no shots on that. Might be able to hit the Churchill one. But remember, this was back when there was team damage. If he hits his own teammate... Well, that one went long on the Churchill, but he didn't damage his teammate. That's one good thing. That guy's died. Going for a Stug. You can hit this guy if it doesn't hit the bunker. The guy's on the move, so he fires snap in that direction. We won't know if he hit that one until the end of the game. There's only 6 enemies left. The rest of the team have decimated them. Well, it's not truly correct, because decimated means just destroyed by, or cut by 10. But they, you know what I mean, they have literally torn them to shreds. And, well, this is a T-67, he can probably take that guy out. Rounds out, this should be a hit. Oh, it's a kill! He must have hit the thing square on and penetrated. There's only 2 enemies remaining. One of them is the enemy Arty, and he's having a look in the corner. In fact, that is now the last enemy alive. So we're relying on the T-67 to spot the enemy Arty for us. somehow I don't think he's over in that corner. Oh, it's an FV304 and he's on the move. In fact, he's headed for the water. Oh no! What a scumbag. Only people who drown themselves are scumbags. Ordinary Arty players are not, because the good ones fight to the end, and that one was another victory for Ramtough. Let's have a look at the fourth battle. The fourth replay is on the defending spawn of Erlenberg Assault. I wonder if Ram is going to do the same as he did with the M12. Well, it looks like he is. He's headed off to the east side of the map, and he's going to defend from the woods in the corner. Generally, it is the smart move on this map. You can go over to the west side of the map, but sometimes the enemy will push through on the west side and come around the corner and then attack the cap from that direction. And if you're over here in the woods, then you can stop them. Now, the M44. 250 of them built, as far as we know, but it is contested because they do say that more were built. We just don't reliably know. Even Wikipedia doesn't know. It was used in the armed forces of Germany, Greece, Belgium, Japan, Italy, UK, Turkey, and of course the United States of America. Who built them? Rounds out. No, nothing off that. Now, if you remember, I did say that RAM is getting better and better with each passing game. And it was showing that towards the end you were getting these sort of games where he was actually getting very good results. Okay, T-34-3, which is a Chinese medium tank, tier 8. Not the same as the T-34 on the Soviet side. It was closer to the T-54 in design. Got a nice little hit on him there for 145. Okay, line him up. Looks good. He's anticipating when the guy's going to come forward, and then he lets rip into them. Oh, no, that's interesting. He's got an Easy 8 there as well now. So he fires into the mix. And no, didn't get that one. So you can see, just as I said earlier, the enemy has tried to push up the west side of the map. And they're coming around that corner, so he can stop them here because he can help his teammates by stunning them and putting damage into the enemy tanks. Went long on the Tiger 131. Okay, he's loaded, going for the T-34-3. Didn't shoot, he went for the Easy 8 instead. But he's having to lead the target and only gets a bit of damage because the ECA gets into cover. Okay, looks like he's going to aim for the Tiger. It's a Tiger 2, that one as well. Yeah, they're really pushing around. You see that that's it. They go low on that corner to come around the corner, whilst the other ones are going over the top. Nice hit on the Hellcat, 162. Stunned both of them. Slowed them down. Okay, so he's tracked him. He's marked the target. That normally attracts fire, actually, when you do highlight an enemy tank like that with the arrows. Unfortunately, Wargaming took the arrows out with one of the previous updates on the markers, changing the markers, which I thought was a bit of a mistake because those down arrows really said, hit me, hit that tank. Nowadays, you can't work out what they're trying to say, but obviously if you do have mods, you can select mods which actually do show the arrow. They're pushing. Okay, you're aiming too far there. That's it. Go for the Hellcat. Rounds out. Well, he got some stun assist off that one. Now take the T-34-3 out. Yeah, that bushes was always a favourite spot they go to. Rounds out straight away. Kill! That's his first kill of the game. Now, the major advantage in this game is that he's bottom tier in a tier 8 game, which means obviously he's going to be hitting higher tier opponents, and that means he's going to earn a lot more XP out of this one. Now, we didn't see how much damage he did to the Borsig, but I'm pretty sure he did, because he just lost sight of him just as the shell arrived. Go for it again. Rounds out. Good hit. Solid hit in the front. You can see that the Black Prince flinched. He didn't like getting hit. Okay, we've got a Panther. He's marked him. Rounds out. Looks like he's backing into it. Yes! Nice hit right into the side, and there's a kill. But it's not for him. The kill goes to the AMX 1375. By the way, actually, I should have pointed out, just today somebody asked me, don't you find Arty boring? I said, not in the slightest. Like, it's more of a chess game than anything else. Trying to work out where to put the shell that will do the most damage and help your team. But another thing is, they said, don't you get angry whenever you get hit by an Arty shell? I said, no. Because it teaches me something. It tells me where I shouldn't be. If I got hit by the enemy Arty, then obviously he's done a good job to hit me. But I don't get angry. I just point out to my teammates where the enemy Arty hit me from, so that they can get a shot at him. Okay, the Borsig's gone behind the wreck. Rounds out. Oh, he's the other side. But that Wizzy 131. Oh, he rammed himself to death against the Borsig. But because he was stunned, we got some stun assist. And here comes the Tiger 2. Last remaining enemy. Rounds out. Stuns him again. Loads of stun assist. He gets the Reveillerise, but I don't think he'll last very long because the AMX 1375's got behind him. And Ram is going to put another round into him right now. Rounds out. Good hit. 205, and the Udez gets the kill that finishes the game with another victory. So, victory after victory for Ram. Let's have a look at the final battle. The last replay is on Malinovka Encounter North Spawn. Game started. Yes, virtually every map you go to, they all look slightly familiar. It's very similar to the HD maps, but just ever so different. Now, in the Malinovka map, you always start slightly further up the hill with the encounter games. Not near the normal spawn point, and oh, we've got an M7 who's gone a little too deep there. He's gone near the spotting hill. And Ram fired a round into that area. You see there's plenty of targets across the other side of the battlefield. He's trying to select some tanks going up the hill. Now this is a tier 6 game. He's tier 6 Arty, so it's going to be difficult for him to earn a lot of damage, or a lot of XP rather. He'll get credits, but it's more than likely that he won't get a high classification because it's same tier. We've got a duck, and it's got one of Sir Rusty's skins. The duck. Oh, he's being pushed by a Sav M43, and the shell lands near the OI experimental. Yeah, I think we could have a crispy duck here. Work out, lead the target. You might get two with one shot. Rounds out. This looks good. Oh, yes! Double bubble! He hit both of them there. It hasn't recorded anything for the AMX 40, but I'm certainly hit him. Okay, IKV 103 or the Excalibur. I'd go for the IKV. He's got much more gun depression, which makes him an easier, a more dangerous opponent. But he also got thin armor, which makes him a much easier kill than the Excalibur. Excelsior rather, not the Excalibur. And the IKV is an easy kill because he's just gone down. Okay, we've got 2 all-you-can-eat buffets, 2 heavy tanks, rounds out. We'll hit one of them. It doesn't. Wargaming proves me wrong by the shot falling short. Okay, he's marked the Excelsior as his target. Rounds out straight away. Direct hit, and it's a kill. Okay, he's now marked the OI, but he's seen that AMX, and the AMX is very low on hit points. Rounds out in the Panzer IV Aslains H, but unfortunately he pulled back into cover. He's still going for the duck, but switches back to the Panzer IV. Can't see it, but I'd shoot anyway. Oh, now he tracked him. And he's getting some damage assist there. Go for it. Good. Looks like a hit. It is! Kill! 2 kills. Now, where is that duck? Now, Ram spotted something I didn't spot on the minimap. The Jagdpanzer IV. Oh, it's not the... It's, yes, it is the Jagdpanzer IV. Over there in the south area, but he's not doing anything really, so he's fired 1 quick round in, and now he's going for the Marder instead. Changed his mind, going back to the Matilda. It's got no outline, but he can fire straight through the bush. Rounds out. Oh, and the Matilda was killed just a split second before our shell arrived. It was the Hellcat who got that one. The OI Experimental's gone over the top of the hills, now coming down towards us. Good hit. Only 177 recorded. 2 ahead of the enemy at the moment. I think Ram can get this one as a kill. No. They're definitely trying to prove me wrong in this game. Jagdpanzer IV. It looks like he did take some damage. May have been from Ram, that one. I don't think that shot came from Ram, or rather the shell did. The artillery shell definitely did, but I don't think the damage on the Jagdpanzer IV came from Ram. I think it may have been one of the others, like the Hellcat. Okay, he's looking for the duck, who's supposed to be coming off the hill. I'm wondering now if he's even going to try to come off the hill. The Hummel has been spotted over the other side of the battlefield. There's the AMX-40. Why isn't he moving? Oh, well, he's not going to move now. And it just leaves the Hummel. He's gone into the lake. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've seen less of that, but it is still happening every now and then. So the last game is also a victory. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for all of those games. And here's the first battle on El Halluf. And in the encounter game, he managed to get a 3rd class tanker and a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 9. When it came to damage, you can see that he actually got the 3rd highest on his team with 801. There was one other player on the enemy team who managed to get more damage than him, so he was actually in 4th place overall. When it came to kills, he got the joint top with the T-3485M and the SU-8 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's in 4th place with 553, because there was 3 teammates ahead of him. He fired 16 rounds, 2 direct hits, 2 penetration, 9 splash, damage of 801 hit points, all at more than 300 meters, damage 7 of the enemy, kill 3, 398 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns, and he got 61 capture points while he was in the cap. 17,060 credits from the game, and he came out with a profit of 8,980, 553 XP, and there was no multiplier, so that's all he got from that one. So, solid game in the first one. Second one, Fiery Salient, and that was an encounter game as well. He got a first class tanker in this one, so he definitely improved. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. Now he's got 12, and if we look at the team scores, we can see that this time round he's got the highest damage in, second highest damage in his team rather. The 87 got 2015, he got 1551, and the third highest damage was the KV1 on his own team with 959. When it came to kills, he's in joint second place because the T2987 both got 3 kills, he got 2 kills, along with the Bathtub, the VK1602 Leopard, and the T34 on the enemy team. He fired 16 rounds in this one, 4 direct hits, 4 penetration, 9 splash, damage of 1551, all at more than 300 meters, damage 7 of the enemy, killed 2, 289 hit points of assistance, 921 hit points of stun assist off 10 stuns, and 31 defense points by resetting the cap whilst the enemy was capping. He earned 28,002 credits from this one, and after ammunition resupply took away 19,922, 971 base XP, no multipliers, so that's all he took away from that one. So yet again, a really good game, and he's getting better and better as time goes by. Let's have a look at the third one. That was Siegfried Line, and we can see that he only got a bruiser in this one because I think he actually was in the wrong position because he wasn't getting many lines of attack on the enemy. He did manage to get 6 critical hits on the enemy, so he earned his bruiser, but no other medals, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think actually you just need to find a better firing position, Ram, because that one really wasn't working. Either much further out to the west or behind the town where you can shoot down some of the roads at the enemy tanks. He didn't get much damage in this one, 329. He only got 1 kill, which puts him way down the table, and on XP as well. He's a little bit lower. 6 shots fired, 1 direct hit, 1 penetration, 2 splash, only 329 hit points of damage, 3 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 killed, and 157 hit points of stun assist off 2 stuns. He did make a profit, 8,562 credits, and he got another 361 XP, but I'm afraid this one wasn't good from the position. Let's have a look at the fourth battle. Well, that was an ace tanker game. That was the Erlenberg battle. And remember, he was holding the enemy off, and they were higher tier opponents, tier 8s, and he was a tier 6 Arty, but he was getting decent damage on the enemy. And that earned him the ace tanker and also a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. This time round, he got 9. When you look at the damage, we can see that he's actually in 4th place on his team with 1,599. We can see that there were a few members of the enemy team, 3 of them, who managed to get more damage than him, so he was actually in 7th place overall. When it came to kills, the AMX 1375 got 5 kills, 4 kills to the Wizzy 131, 3 kills to the Tiger 2 on the enemy team, 2 kills to the Udez, the Borsig and the Panther, and Ram only got the 1 kill. But when it came to base XP, just look at that. He's top of the table, 1,123. And the only other players who managed to get over 1,000 were the Wizzy 131, who died at 1,048 XP, and 1,039 to the AMX 1375. He fired 19 rounds in this game, 5 direct hits, 5 penetration, 12 splash. Damage of 1,599 hit points. He's getting more damage as time goes by. 6 enemy vehicles hit, 1 killed, 1,904 hit points of stun assist off 16 stuns. I think with that 6-1 combination there, that's what stopped him getting a medal, because I think if he'd actually hadn't killed an enemy tank, he might have ended up with a Confederate medal. 35,611 credits on a free-to-play account, and he came away with a profit of 26,016 credits. 1,123 XP, no multipliers, that's all the experience points he took away. So he is getting better and better. He's getting an ace tanker. Nowadays, it's no problem for him to get an ace tanker. And of course, he gets them all the time in various arties. Let's have a look at the last battle. That was the one on Malinovka, and he got a third-class tanker in that game, but he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12, and he got the high caliber in this one for doing the most damage in the game overall. If we look at the team score, top of the table, 1,468 hit points. The next high scorer was the Hellcat with 1,108. Those are the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 damage. When it came to kills, it was the Hellcat with 4 kills, but Ramtoff followed up in joint second place with 2, alongside the Sherman, the Panzerkampfwagen Lux, and the OI Experimental and the AMX-40 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it's the Lux who did the best with 977, Ram came second with 649, and the Sherman came third with 566. 14 shots fired in this game, 4 direct hits, 4 penetration, 6 splash, damage of 1,468 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2, so again, I think he missed out on a Confederate, but he did get the high caliber. 122 hit points of stun assist, damage assist, and 183 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns. On a free-to-play account, he earned 21,942 credits, and after ammunition respawn, took away 14,872 credits. 649 base XP, no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. So you can just see he's actually getting a gradual improvement in his Arty. All the time he's getting better and better at doing it. He's learning new tricks, and he's putting them into practice. And of course, this is what makes Ram as really good at Arty as he is today. And of course, he streams on Twitch as well. You can catch him on Twitch TV. If you go on there, you'll find Ram Tough. And so if you want to follow him and watch him actually play these games, then you can do that. Yeah, so happy birthday, Ram Tough. I hope you enjoyed these videos. I thought it'd be a nice idea to actually give you all the videos for the day. So I won't be doing any other videos today, just these 2. But I hope you enjoyed them. And if you did, please give these videos a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.